Okay, welcome to Churn Settings episode 92. I wrote 93, but it's 92 because Chris corrected me.
I do that.
Well done, Chris.
We only got three things
Chris,
this week
stop
because they're
piercing that.
so big.
Get good.
And you guys are going to stop talking while I'm talking so that the audio listeners aren't going to get abrasive.
Oh, yeah.
Confused.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Group Settings. This is Trend Settings, episode 92. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching live. If you're live, give us a shout out in the comments. Sammy Sosa says her hips don't lie.
Hello.
I'm not sure if she's talking about herself or Shakira, but hey now, let's keep going. First of all, we're talking about the World Cup, and then we're talking about North Korea and America, and then we're talking about E3.
Oh.
Now,
What do those three E stand for?
I can't remember.
Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's the three E's.
I'm Jono.
I'm Chris.
I'm Dip.
Well, let's
David.
talk about the World Cup.
World Cup. Guys, tomorrow morning, the World Cup.
World Cup.
Is it quad annually? How do you say that?
Hot comment coming in.
Every 4 years.
Dip's jersey sucks,
Ooh.
says Sammy Sosa.
Ooh. She would say that. She's still hurting from 4 years ago.
Count the stars.
So this is the German jersey, and this is my favourite player, Philipp Lahm, who is now retired.
Dude, why does it have 3 stars?
So it's a star for each World Cup they win.
Wow.
So obviously this was before the last World Cup, so they should have 4 now.
So why do you go for Germany,
Time.
besides the fact that you're a closet Nazi?
I went, well, that hurts.
Besides that.
No, I just mainly because I like this player,
Lam.
Lahm.
Lum.
Favourite player, so kind of follow him because of that.
But
Are you
he's dead
tipping?
now.
Are you tipping them to win?
They look very strong, very strong.
They always do.
Yeah, it's like if you look over the world, well, we're going off topic maybe, but if you look over the world history of the World Cup, there's only been a couple of nations that have won it. Germany, Brazil, France have won once, Italy, who aren't there.
Espanol.
Yeah, Spain's won it.
Spaniel,
Why is it
England.
Uruguay?
England, Argentina.
So there's only really a select few that you think can win it.
How many's Australia won?
0.
Yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you think Australia will ever win a World Cup?
I'd take a lot of money and a lot of change, I think. A lot of culture change, I think.
Hey,
But everyone else
We
is
just need to
spending
stop-
money as well.
Yeah, but we need to
I
just
don't
stop
see it
playing
happening.
AFL and put those players into a sport that the world actually cares about.
Ouch.
Well, yeah.
There you
Sa-
go.
Sammy
Right.
thinks you're going for Germany
Melbourne.
because you're a bandwagoner.
Oh.
And she also gives you the middle finger emoticon.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I had this jersey before
Fair.
the World Cup win, so what does she say to that?
Still 3 stars.
That's
It does
3.
have 4.
Hey, I get to go for Germany because my wife's German and I have German
Well,
family.
So Dip's had the jersey for a while, and he hasn't grown in 15 years. That's what that tells you.
Wow.
Sad.
There we
story.
go. Jeez, well, tomorrow morning it is not Germany. It's Russia versus Saudi Arabia. First
The
game
two
of
teams
the Cup.
that everyone cares about.
Everyone's there to see them.
Russia's the host, right? This
Yeah.
is played in Russia.
So they'll win?
Generally hosts get on a good
Anyway.
roll.
Not
But,
really.
it's huge playing at home, World Cup,
Yeah, it's
first
fun.
game. It's
Good
a big
on them.
deal.
Home crowd.
And Saudi Arabia qualified above Australia, and they had our coach, who we stole
we
from
now
them.
have, yeah.
So
Lost their coach. Just like Spain.
Spain lost their coach.
Spain's
What are they
coach
gonna do?
has been sacked.
What for?
Well, it got announced. He didn't announce it, but Real Madrid announced that he's their new coach. But the entire nation of Spain didn't know that, or the Spanish Federation of Soccer didn't know.
And I think there's a bit of infighting going on the camp. So traditionally, Spain has been, Barcelona and Real Madrid, and there's some, maybe some tension there, maybe not, don't know. But apparently the players aren't getting on with him, so
Fiery
player
Spaniards.
power wins a lot of time.
I thought football was supposed to be the uniting sport.
Meant to be a world game.
Uniting the world.
Just not Spain.
No.
Well, Spain's there. They're just fighting themselves.
Got an aside to your point. What you just said. Then
Middle
There's
finger
a-
dip
no, that you thought that the World Cup
was the
Well-
uniting sport.
was the uniting
World
sort.
game.
Turns out there was some research done. This is an ABC News article. Countries that face off in the World Cup are more likely to come into conflict in real life.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
So they went through every World Cup and every country that's come into it, tried to make it randomized so that they only picked countries that just made it in or just didn't make it in, and looked for differences between them. So it was the ones that were in contention, kind of that relegation zone.
Yeah. So the ones who don't qualify and the
ones who do qualify, there's a marked difference. There's a marked gap in the amount of conflict that they then experience in the next 4 years, that they then initiate
with other countries, kind of thing.
They think it's because of an increase in nationalism.
So they're saying it's bad. There's also, I guess they did a study in 2006 German World Cup where they looked at admission rates to emergency, and seeing after German games, this was a German study, that there was a spike in heart attacks in German, in citizens that come. So the emotional event of the game would trigger heart attacks.
They're not used to that much emotion.
World Cup, bad for the world.
Bad for the world.
Oh,
but no, I've got the fever. I'm ready to go.
Got the fever.
I've been quite. I don't know. It kind of ramps up. Nothing then into full blown, just crazy at the moment for it. But Ali's moving. But I guess the question.
Nope. Hang on.
Sorry about that. So obviously we're Australian, so Australia is
going to win.
So Chris and I seem to know a little bit about the game, but does Jono and Ali know anything about Australia's chances in this? If you were, what would you say if someone had no idea?
I think we've got a 5% chance of getting through our group because it's a good group.
It's the best group that they've seen.
Yeah, one of the other ones look really rubbish.
It's tough.
I think it was the one that was Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia, Poland.
They've got they're skating through.
Tunisia and someone else.
Yeah.
And Panama. It's a tough group. France is a tough one. We versed them first, which may be a good thing.
I think it's very good.
Traditionally start slow.
Yeah.
Denmark, they have Christian Eriksen, who plays for Tottenham Hotspurs, and he's a quality player. But without him, they probably lack a little bit. And Australia seem to be quite well against European nations. So we played some friendlies. We played Czechoslovakia, sorry, and we won that 4-0. And then we played Hungary.
Where do they rank in sort of world soccer?
Traditionally, they've been pretty good, but I think it's outside their golden generation, so they haven't qualified for this one.
Yeah.
But, it's hard to go through Europe. There's a lot of nations there.
Yeah, like Italy would easily be better than us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're not even in it.
They're not even in it.
Not even
so
in
the
it.
Italians are very upset. And then we beat Hungary 2-1, who used to be a bit of a world power in football. But
how good would a competition that was actually the top 32 countries be? Do you reckon they should do that maybe once every 10 years or something?
So everyone outside the top 32
the Super
just
World
doesn't
Cup, you just have to be the best teams.
Because you look at South America, right, and there's only, 5 nations or something that go through from South America? So Chile is not going, who won the South American one last time. And they're good. They're a top nation.
It'd be pretty awesome to see.
Be interesting, yeah. I'd enjoy it.
But so the Champions League.
Another point is, that's a little bit different. That's club football. But
Messi's not playing for Argentina in the Champions
League. But that's the best of the best.
It is the best of the best. It kind of, agreed.
But another nationalism, so that'd solve that problem.
Win-win.
Yeah,
you're right. I'm with you.
But after that problem, not that problem. So you're talking about 32 teams. The next World Cup,
48.
26 is going to 48.
Crazy.
Teams.
So just heaps more groups and then an extra stage in between and the knockout?
I don't know how they're going to do it, actually. That's a good question. They must have just more games in the groups.
Yeah, I think there's just more games in the groups. So that's 2022. No. 22 is Qatar.
Yeah.
26.
I guess you could add 2 teams to every group.
And that would still work out.
Well, only 2 teams make it through the group. It just makes it harder to get through the group stage.
Yep.
We've got some hot comments.
Yeah.
Sammy Sosa says Saudi will win. Ben Dunn says Serbia has it in the bag. Everyone says great Socceroos and Messi is the GOAT. And how long does it go for? Asks Ev, who knows nothing about sports.
About a month?
About a month-ish, yeah.
Yep. Sucks to be her.
So the question for Sammy Sosa is, because everyone talks about Messi being one of the best players in the world, or ever, and to really be in that conversation, people say he probably needs to win a World Cup, because you think about Maradona, Pele, these are the top names people mention, and he's never won it before.
He typically underperforms in the World Cup, doesn't he?
Oh, no, he's pretty strong. He pretty much did as much as he could last time for Argentina, but they just came up against the might of Germany and couldn't beat them. So,
they don't play with that team that often, eh?
Like the national team, how often they play together?
Compared to their club team, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But they still play a fair bit together. Like, there's still a lot of friendlies and other tournaments they try to qualify for. So there's still a fair bit. There's a lot of international breaks during the season.
Right.
But I guess I would go around the table. Who do you think is your hot tip to win it?
We have a tipping thing, and I tipped Germany.
Yeah.
But
they went through like undefeated in qualifying.
That was because I didn't want it to be France, because for some reason I don't like France.
No one likes
just as
France.
a country, not a fan. I couldn't tip Belgium because my supervisor's Belgian, and
no one tips Italy.
I didn't want to tip that.
Yep.
So I was kind of stuck with Germany. Who else?
Yeah, Brazil. We think about South America. Brazil looking very strong.
Yeah.
Argentina kind of struggled through qualifying, but they're there and they've got Messi and they've got a brilliant attack. But I think it's going to be like the real, the strong chances are like you look at Brazil, Germany, maybe not Spain with the coach situation. France is probably up there. Belgium's a smoky.
What about this Nigerian team?
Have you seen this kit, Chris?
These guys are looking fit.
Yeah.
Well fit.
Yeah.
They are looking smoking hot.
So
what's the story with the kit? I've been seeing this around.
So this kit got launched for the World Cup, and they sold like 3 million jerseys in one day.
It was voted the #1 kit of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
it's like
it's pretty
green
like flamboyant and
it's hot.
Yeah, it's like feels like a real like retro kind of nostalgia. Something you would have seen maybe in the 80s. Would that be the right?
Just using buzzwords.
I am.
So that's
that's what they've done.
You could get the picture up of the Nigerian kit.
That's what white people like to call streetwear. Is that right, John?
Only if you want street cred.
But their playing kit is awesome, but their tracksuit as well, their team
I haven't seen
tracksuit
that.
is beautiful, and their like team uniform for on the streets is just banging.
Yeah,
so they got like these awesome white loafers and like this. I don't know. It's just beautiful.
Look at
You guys
that.
have to see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they are looking.
Yeah, that actually
fresh.
does look really good.
So that's the kit on the. I can't say. Or maybe
Describe it.
The one on the right kind of looks like PJs.
Green, with the white, and then the sleeves are. Is that a dark or black or black and white?
The tracksuit's hectic. It's like a new kind of camo, but it's not camo at all.
You should look up the team uniform. It's sexy.
Is that not the team uniform?
No, that's just their casual attire. When they're on the go, they got to look professional.
So where did this come from?
Nike made it, I guess, right? But
and everyone's just like, go Nigeria.
It was dope, yeah.
They're
Everyone's
the
like,
Nigerian Super Eagles. That's what the team's called.
So it has nothing to do with like how good the Nigerian team actually is.
No.
Cup 2018.
it's just they can pull it off. Like if Australian kit came out like that, how would we feel about it?
Feels so good. So looking funky fresh.
Is that it?
No, it's like
sure?
dress wear.
Yeah.
Oh,
You said playing kit, didn't you?
No,
Yeah,
he
that's the
means the
playing
other
kit.
one. He wants
I
to
mean-
see the other one.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
As in the thing they play in, right?
No, they're streetwear.
Do they call that the play kit?
No, I'm talking about
No,
they're like
when they're walking around,
their uniform for when they're like on the bus
in
visiting,
Moscow.
visiting the.
looking at Red Square.
This nomenclature is just
Exactly.
throwing me off. But anyway, let's keep going.
People have dropped like hundreds of bucks on that thing, right?
Yeah, I would.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
pretty sexy.
Yep. So, I don't know. Hot tip.
Australia,
your-
of course.
Who's your hot tip?
I think Brazil could do it.
Give us your hot tip.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Brazil.
Why?
They just look strong. They're really strong through qualifying. Their team really seems balanced.
Will they play Germany at any point?
Oh, that's a question. I have to think about that. I haven't
Because
gone
that's a
through it.
mental.
That's
barrier.
7-1. So last 2014
That is emotional scarring.
in Brazil, was it a semi-final?
Yeah.
Brazil versus Germany. Neymar had just played the game before and then got injured, but like almost to where he fractured his vertebrae, and any more it could have really been really bad, where he possibly could not even walk.
Yeah, like he really couldn't play.
Yeah, he really couldn't play. So he was he's the pin-up boy, right? He's the hopes of the nation are on him. They're at home. Obviously, Brazil, kind of the home of football. and then they come up against Germany, who are just kind of they're just clinical. Like if you go to Germany in a penalty shootout, you know you're going to lose because they just know how to do it.
They just goose stepped their way right in,
and then they beat them 7-1. And then like there's stories of like journalists went to like, you know, restaurants afterwards and then asked waiters, "Oh, can we get a table for 7?" because they couldn't speak Portuguese.
Oh no!
You know, they stuck their fingers up and then they would kick them out because they thought they were insulting them. Like they're just so
super salty.
And like you see footage of that game and you see people in the crowd like crying and yeah. So that's a big mental
kill people
barrier
over there
to go through.
over games. Yeah, like referees have been murdered.
Yeah, you see stuff in footage of fans and players running on the street and attacking.
That was actually like the worst. That was the opposite of a fairy tale, eh? Home World Cup. Yeah. Playing really well, get to the semi-final, cruise to the semi-final.
Looking good.
They were looking really good. 7-1.
7-1, got smashed.
But so Brazil's a pretty dangerous place. Russia can also be a very dangerous place.
I've heard that.
I read that Putin's really stamping down on dissent and the football hooligans. Like heaps of them are just not allowed anywhere near anything. Like, and he's got his
I heard Australian fans just got their tickets just cancelled or something.
Trouble with their tickets. I don't know what happened there.
Visa situation stuff, I think.
Yeah, they just weren't allowed or something. No reason given.
So the Putin's Federal Security Service, the FSB. They're in charge of the whole thing. It's Putin's big deal.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think Russia was dangerous though. Like Brazil's like you're gonna get mugged.
Yeah,
you different dangerous.
I think Russia is.
There's some footage of like English football hooligans coming up against Russian fans.
Right.
And it's
but Russian English fans. Football hooligans are
they're a bit,
a medieval army of some kind, right? Like they're just there to hurt people without any kind of.
But then the Russians were just brutal.
Yeah, but isn't that every European football hooligan?
Possibly, but I think the Russians seem to be quite coordinated and merciless, while the English were just
having a good time.
Well, they should have organised themselves better.
So
what do you want from them?
Sounds like the real problem is leadership.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of worry actually from European fans actually going over there. While there seems to be a lot more, what's anecdotally from people I know who are over there saying there's a lot more South American fans over there than they would have thought.
Right.
We will see what Putin makes of them.
Yeah. So interesting time.
Gazpacho.
To be over to be in Russia.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I got the fever.
My mum and dad are in Russia.
Are they? Are they going to a game or
no?
No.
They're just there.
It seems like a missed opportunity.
I just realised that. It's a massive coincidence.
Are they just realising that now as well?
Possibly.
Sure, there's a lot of balls around here.
My mum is always saying that.
How many boys did she have?
Enough.